Every time I see this perfume, it reminds me of Jeremy fragrance. Literally smells like you're walking on clouds. Literally. Like creamy, white, airy, white clouds. Low-key, Ariana wears Baccarat. Like, I know she wears Baccarat because, honey. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. My name is Maria, or it's MJ here on YouTube. So in today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, I have a perfume haul. So these are some perfumes that I've just been adding to my collection and I'll be talking about them. So we have here Ariana Cloud, a cult favorite, and I can see why. We have FRIST Kiss, we have Juliet Not A Perfume, and we also have a very known fragrance of absolutely everyone is Juicy Couture Gold Couture. And we have a tiny mini little tester. Well, not tester, it's called the sample. I noticed that I say tester a lot, and I'm sorry, I don't know why I say tester. Like, I know it's not a tester, but it's a sample of Geneva chocolate. So let's get into today's video. Okay, so we're actually, as soon as I start, they start. It's literally been quiet for like 4 hours, and as soon as I turn on the camera, you hear the okay. So hopefully you don't hear the noise in the background that's going on. There's been construction going on in my house for a couple of months now, so I have to deal with it, and there's not much that I can do about it. And we're starting off with Ariana Cloud. I know that the packaging is kind of tacky. It's not everyone's favorite, but I mean, it's Ariana. What do you expect? I feel like the packaging represents her quite well. And I mean, yeah, it's tacky, but I don't mind it. I'm here for what's inside of it. So, I have a quick story time. I know that I have story time for every fragrance, but I mean, it is what it is. So I've been hunting this baby down for months now, and I found it at Ross for, I want to say like $35-$30, somewhere around that range. I didn't get it because they had Sweet Like Candy and they had Cloud there, and then this is when Cloud, I feel like, wasn't getting as much hype as it's recently been getting. And even though they're both reasonable and affordable, I was like, I'm only gonna get one, and I got Sweet Like Candy. After I got Sweet Like Candy, I feel like Cloud was getting so much hype, and I was like, damn, I should have gotten it because it was so cheap and it was at Ross, right? And you know how Ross goes. Things come in there, people buy them, they don't come back in stock. So with that being said, I've been hunting every Ross down for this fragrance and I can't find it. I have my mom looking for it, I have my cousins looking for it, I have my friend looking for it. No one can find it. I know I can buy it on FragranceNet for a good deal, but it was the hunt of it that was like making me go crazy and like low-key enjoying it. But whatever. With that being said, I got it on Mercari for an amazing deal. I forgot exactly how much it was. Maybe I should look it up so I could tell you guys. Instead, I bought it on Mercari for how much? $25. Free shipping. And it was the 1 ounce, and it came with the body lotion. So hello, you guys know I love myself a good deal. I've been wearing this ever since I got it, which was not too long ago. It was literally like a week ago. But now I understand why this is getting the hype that it's getting, because it's seriously well deserved. So this is a sweet and creamy fragrance, but it's very different. It's not your typical sweet and creamy girly sort of fragrance. It's also very light and cloudy. It's like not too sweet. It reminds me of like a light sugar-free whipped cream. It's actually a really good description. Literally smells like you're walking on clouds. Literally. Like creamy, white, airy, white clouds. It's the best description that I can give you guys, because that is what I smell like a light coconut cloud. That is what we get. Cloud, Ariana Grande. She knew what she was doing. Low-key, Ariana wears Baccarat. Like, I know she wears Baccarat because, honey. The initial spritz, to me, I get like citrusy and clean, and I get a sense of like lavender in it. I believe there's lavender in it. Let me not lie to you guys. Yeah, the main accords are sweet, milky, coconut, vanilla, nutty, and the notes, there's lavender as the top notes. There's also bergamot as the top notes, so it makes sense. So it's just only in the spritz though that I get like that clean citrusy lavender smell, also mixed in with sweetness though. And then once it dries down on my skin, it becomes really creamy and coconutty. This is a very like different fragrance for being a celebrity fragrance. It's better than designer fragrance in my opinion. It has that niche like smell to it. It's very different, it's complex, and yeah. This is also apparently a dupe for, well, not a dupe, but it's similar to Baccarat Rouge 540. I've never smelled Baccarat, I don't own it, but I do plan on getting a sample of it to test it out with another fragrance that I have. I do have a video on my channel, I'll link it down below. It's about me discussing Alexandria fragrances, and they also have a inspiration perfume that is supposed to be a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540 called Interplay, and this actually reminds me of that one perfume. I actually have the perfume here with me. This is called Interplay EXTRAIT, and this one smells like that, but this one has like woody notes to it that I smell the woodiness in it. I don't smell any like woodiness in this one, but both of these are like really similar, and it's crazy to me. Like as soon as I smelled this one, it reminded me of this one, and I was like, okay. Don't let the packaging fool you. This is not like a 15-year-old fragrance. Like a mature woman can wear this because it's pretty complex. Like it's definitely different. It's not your typical like Juicy Couture sweet fragrance. Talking about Juicy Couture, I actually recently bought one, and this is the Juicy Couture Gold Couture, and I bought this one because I mean it's cheap, it's affordable, and it smells good. Every time I see this perfume, it reminds me of Jeremy Fragrance. If you know who he, well, you probably know who he is. This is one of his absolute favorites. Until this day, it like low-key surprises me that this is one of his favorites, but at the same time, not really, because I feel like every guy just likes any sweet fragrance. Main accords on this one are caramel, vanilla, white floral, sweet, woody, and fruity. I agree with some of those, not all of those. I don't get any woodiness in this. If you are familiar with Juicy Couture fragrance, they're all pretty sweet. I don't find this very complex at all. I smell caramel, I smell the fruitiness in it. It's very juicy, but it's also not very mature. I think it's a very girly, safe, sweet, flirty perfume. I smell caramel, but most of all, I just smell like this juicy, sweet fruit, and I feel like every girl has owned this, has smelled this, or they have it in their collection currently, because it's just a safe buy. All the Juicy Couture perfumes have very similar DNA, and they're just not very complex. Let me smell it. So yeah, it's just like a juicy fruit. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the what's that gum called? It's juicy fruit gum. That's what this reminds me of. It's not very creamy. No, it's just like a juicy gum. Like that's what it reminds me of. I know that I sound super unimpressed with it, but it's because it's nothing different, it's nothing complex. It's not like Ariana that surprised me. This one is just a very safe perfume. I wore this yesterday to work, and it's like, it's a compliment getter as well, and people are gonna know that you smell good, and you're gonna know that you smell good, but it's nothing different. Like, oh my god, like what are you wearing? Like it smells so different. It's just sweet, especially around guys. Like that's why Jeremy Fragrance loves this so much, because guys love sweet perfume. It doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be expensive. This is just like fruitiness and sweetness in a bottle, and it's also really inexpensive. All of their perfumes are super inexpensive. All right, so now we have Juliet Has a Gun Not a Perfume, and I got this as an absolute steal. Well, my friend got it as a steal. He knows that I love perfumes, and he sent me a picture, and he was like, do you know this perfume? I'm like, yeah, I do. And he sent me like the price of it, and I couldn't believe it. I forgot what it was, but it was ridiculous. I'll put it on screen what I got it for. And this is a pretty expensive perfume, but I got it for absolutely nothing, because I got it at was it Marshall's or TJ Maxx, one of those, but it was like a yellow tag kind of day, and I got it for like, the price was just ridiculous. So this to me smells sweet and powdery, but there's also like that hospital, this is gonna sound weird, but there's that hospital dentist office kind of smell. I know that's like, you're like, what, why would you want to smell like that? it's different. It's good though. It's good. First of all, I wanted this one because of the marketing behind it. Like, it's genius, you know. It's called Not A Perfume because I believe like what's in it, basically what require, like the formula that this was made is basically the reason why it's not a perfume, because it doesn't include the ingredients that make a perfume, you know what I mean. So this is supposed to be a very safe buy or perfume for people that are pretty much tired of perfume, or they just don't like perfume. They don't want anything that's gourmand, they don't want anything that's oriental, they don't want anything that's flowery, they don't want anything that's anything. They just want to smell good and something that's safe. So this is a perfect, in my opinion, perfume for like doctors, nurses, or people in close encounters that they don't want to offend someone with their fragrance. I think this is a perfect fragrance for that. Or you yourself, like me, I'm obviously like obsessed with fragrance and I obviously love perfumes, but there's days that it's like your nose is just overwhelmed, and then I feel like this is perfect for that day because you're just over it. You just want to smell good, but you don't want to smell anything in particular. However, I will say that when I first smell this, it reminded me of Prada candy, and I've never ever seen someone compare this to Prada candy. So I actually tested them both out. So I put Prada candy on one arm and Not A Perfume on the other arm, and they smell similar but not like a dupe or whatever, like identical, you know what I mean. But I let them dry out and they both smell the exact same to me, like on, well, at least on my skin. They both smell powdery, they both smell sweet. There was this waxiness smell that I was getting from both of them, and I was like shook. Kind of like a baby powder as well, something like that. Let me spray it. Yeah, there's like that dentist medicine, it's not even a medicine smell, it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's just like that hospital smell, but it's sweet at the same time. It's kind of weird, but I like it, and I got it for a steal, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. Alright, so now moving on to an absolute favorite treasure of mine is First Kiss by Belayered or Layered, and this is supposed to be an inspiration or dupe for Parfums de Marly d'Alena. I actually have a whole video reviewing these, talking about Belayered, their company, and this is one of them that I go pretty in depth in review about, so I'll link that video down below. But this one is new to my collection, and this is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, it's sweet, it's bright. There's that floral kick to it, there's that brightness, that lychee that I smell. There's lychee and rhubarb in this, and that's really prominent. This is like brunch kind of vibe, or like church Sunday kind of vibe. I also have like a quick story time in that video that I'm talking about, mentioning how long this lasts on my skin. This is another compliment getter, that once you put this on, you'll smell this the following day. I don't wash my hair like every day, and I put this on my hair. 3 days later, I was in my bed during the nighttime, by the way, so technically it's like going towards the 4th day, and that day I didn't wear this one, I wore another perfume. But every time I turned around or like I moved, I would get whiffs of First Kiss, and I'd be like, I didn't even wear that perfume today. I'm like, why am I smelling it? I'm like, am I going crazy? I'm like, what? But then I had to remember that I had applied this 3 days ago, and I had applied it all over my hair, and it was still there. Like, once you put this on, it does not move, and it's just a very also distinct kind of smell. Definitely gonna smell different. You're not gonna smell like your next Juicy Couture kind of girl. Not saying that there's anything wrong with this one, because I mean, I bought it for a reason and I'm happy that I have it. I wore it yesterday, but this one is very different. Once again, I have a whole video about this fragrance and their company in my channel already. This one's also really different. All right, and moving on to the last fragrance, I have Geneva Chocolate. Now I only have like a sample of this one, but I'm planning on getting the full bottle of this because this is absolutely amazing. It's delicious. It's Geneva Chocolate, and this is from also Alexandria Fragrances. No, is it Alexandria Fragrance? No, this one is from Belayered. Alexandria Fragrance is the Interplay Extrait. I also have a video on this one. I love this one. This one is so flippin' good, but this is from Belayered. I'm confusing you guys. I'm confusing myself. But this is a dark chocolate kind of smell from the bottle, but let me just put it on this arm because I haven't sprayed anything on this arm. The way I described it in that video is that if you have the hot cocoa powder, you know those pouches that have like marshmallows and cocoa powder, and that's how you make your hot chocolate. If you have that, go smell it. that's how this smells. It's very milk chocolatey. It's very rich, especially once it dries down on the skin. It's absolutely amazing. This is one of their one note fragrances. They have like strawberry, coconut, amber. I really want amber. They have vanilla. They have obviously chocolate. They have pineapple, I believe it is. Caramel. I also want caramel. So they have a lot of one note fragrances that you can like layer with other perfumes, or you can wear on their own. For example, this one, in that video I actually layered it with other ones, and I have from them and I layered it with this one, and it smells like a chocolate covered orange creamsicle, and it was absolutely amazing. That's why I need to get the bigger bottle, because I've been super frugal with this because I don't want to use it up. But I need to get myself like another bottle because it's so flippin' good. Layer chocolate with Mia's blend. Yes, yes, I would layer. Yes, I would layer it with this. Oh my god, just smelling both of them together. Oh my god. And Geneva chocolate, maybe because it's creamy and it's citrusy, like a chocolate covered orange creamsicle. Yes, yes, they're back. I'm gonna have to wait till like they move on so I can finish my outro, because alright, they're pretty far off, so I don't think you guys can hear them anymore. Right, so that is about it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions in regards to any of the fragrance, comment down below. I always reply. I love to talk to you guys. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye.